After a tearful goodbye a couple weeks ago, I was left on the boat alone for Christmas. It was a bit sad, but I was still grateful to be down here in paradise, enjoying the goal I had worked so hard for. Thank goodness for technology, though. Tyler managed to fly back for a week before his next big snowboard events in Europe, and it didn't take long before we were in full fun mode.
Right, we're out here at the Cove. We're still Nydia from Parlay.
Hey!
And stoked to hopefully get some waves at this spot again. It looks like it's gonna be fun again today. So let's go!
Yeah, there once was a fly guy long ago, but he wasn't quite fly like me. He ain't had an automatic flow IV. Basically, I'm saying I'm the man high key. Just might be the smoothest individual you ever seen. If I don't reply to you, that means I'm doing better things.
How was it?
It wasn't yesterday's surf.
Yeah.
Got to surf a wave that was kind of this like offshore reef all by ourselves. It was fun. We all got beat up a little. All took some fins to the feet and hands.
Yeah.
It was funky. It was funky and shifty, and Will got a couple fun ones.
Yeah.
I struggled.
I saw you out there, yeah.
I struggled. I got one little piddly one off the shoulder.
We were stoked to have some like-minded friends nearby to share an anchorage with. Parlay Revival had quite the crew of surfing sailors aboard, and of course our Canadian buddies breaking waves aboard Kiana all became a bit like family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it breathe for a minute. Let's go.
We're just headed back from Punta Mita and came across some whales like right beside us, so Parlay and us both stopped, watched them a little bit. With lots of friends nearby, we celebrated New Year's in the best way we knew how, surrounded by sailors, a beach fire, and lots of tequila. We introduced the Parlay crew to how to drink a leggy. Eventually, Ty needed his legs back, so cups would continue to suffice. What a fun night with a bunch of awesome people. Okay, Ty is about to go again. Here for a couple weeks, and now this might very well be your last time on Footloose.
Could be.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I'm kind of. It's funny because right now I'm stoked. I'm like, let's get to Europe. Let's go race. But then when I left last time, as soon as I left, I'm like, oh, I miss Footloose, and I want to go surfing. I miss Kayleen. I miss my friends. So I don't know. You can't do it all.
I have no distractions anymore. The fun level will go down, and it's time to put in some work to Footloose. Yesterday I noticed there was a pretty decent size oil leak coming, looks like from the water pump on the back of the engine. So yeah, I've got to figure that out. We've had that before, and I think it's just a gasket. But either way, I wanted to change the oil. Half of it's now in the build, but I'll deal with that. And yeah, I'm gonna go into town. There's a small little tienda here that sells marine supplies. And I just went in and they said to bring your own containers for the oil because they have it by barrel, I guess, or like by large quantity. So I've got some of the old containers luckily on board. I'm gonna go fill up and yeah, let's go do it. we've put a lot of use on the engine in the last year compared to what it's ever had before. As this engine is, let's see, 11, 12 years old now. Yeah, but I think I should be able to fix this myself, and I know I have a spare of that O-ring, a few spares, so hopefully I can do this. Although I managed to fix the oil leak with a new O-ring, the water pump's lip seal was blown. I ended up managing to get a new one sent down, which delayed me moving around for a few more weeks, but I was just happy it was an easy enough fix that I could do by myself. A few weeks later, my parents flew down to join me. They had last explored the area by boat 15 years ago, when I was 15 years old. It was pretty special to now have the roles reversed, but before we could head out of Banderas Bay, we had a few projects to check off the list. When was the last time you were here in La Cruz?
15 years ago. And there's lots of changes in this marina since it was brand new when we were here. First in 2007, 8. 2007 and 8.
A couple of months ago, we had noticed our solar production was really getting worse. We were barely able to keep up with our pretty simple demands on board, which shouldn't be a problem with new AGM batteries and 700 watts of potential solar. Our panels were just under 2 years old. They had gone cloudy and were barely putting out any power. We had gotten the cheap option off Amazon and definitely have learned, especially with solar, that you get what you pay for. It is time for an upgrade. Alright, my parents just arrived, and before we head out, we've got a couple little projects to do here in La Cruz, and one of those is new solar panels for our 100 to replace our 100 watts flexible panels. We were contacted by a local Canadian company, Lightleaf, and they just sent us these rigid panels on a curve, 100 watts, and we're going to be installing them today to replace the ones that are on the Dodger and Bimini. Unlike the rigid panels we have mounted on our railings, these are really low profile and made out of really light material. So they're 5 pounds each and really thin. So yeah, I'll include the link down below for Lightleaf Solar, and you can check those out. So let's get into it. I've been carrying around these MC4 connections. We got a big bulk pack when we first did the solar, because you never know when you're gonna have to redo it, and I'm glad I did. Smaller wires. Snap in. This panel came with 6 feet of this really durable wire and in a jacket, which is nice because I had just loose wire all around here before. But yeah, we'll do the MC4s on here now and connect it up. Okay, so we have wired these up in the series, and we're already using the existing wiring, but we decided just to redo the ends of the existing wiring. So nothing's changed, it's still 300 watts of solar, still wiring in the series. So time to hook them up. I'm super happy with how the install went, but I guess the real test will be once we head out of the bay next week, where we'll be spending a couple of weeks exploring. I've got a handful of episodes still to catch up on before we'll be heading out to sea for a 30 to 40 day passage back up to Canada. I can't wait to share the journey with you. In the meantime, if you like our content, don't forget to subscribe. It helps a lot. See you next time.